Ryan Anderson here, the driver of Son of a Digger, and you're watching Rod Rod's Championship League.
What is going on, everybody? Project Rod here, and it is time for Freestyle here in the first stop of Tour Violet. Time to end this first competition after Matt Johnson and Max D has dominated, taking the best trick win after being the fastest qualifier and racing winner. This is the leaderboards for best trick after that competition, and then the overall leaderboards for the season right here, with Max D holding on to that lead again, 36 points. Northern Nightmare in second with 31. Dragon and Jurassic Attack tied for third with 22. So this is the rules for Freestyle. 2 minutes on the clock. It'll start when you hit your first obstacle or your first move. It has to last at least 45 seconds to receive a score. Anything less will be a DNS. If your truck flips over, the run is over, and no midair or forced flips will be permitted. It will end up being a penalty or really an outright disqualification depending on the severity of the move. So let's go ahead and get started with Nova Strider and Crush Station, getting some huge air right off the bat to start her freestyle run. And now some trouble here with those crush cars. No, she's going to use it to her advantage and get a nice wheelie out of it. Again, Nova Strider first out in best trick and held the lead for a little bit. It was a good first couple of attempts to start off this competition. So definitely excited to see what she has in store for us this season. A nice bicycle into that pod there, some huge air, and she's going to roll over, going into some sidewalls now and save it. So a beautiful save, comboing it with another wheelie. So beautifully done by Crush Station and Nova Strider, taking advantage of a situation that could have been bad. So again, that turn pod, that racing pod there, giving her some trouble. But now she has just over a minute now. That timer looking a little wonky there. Unfortunately, a somersault, giving that jump a little too much and rolling over, but she's back on all fours. That shell's coming off a little bit, but it's fine. She's going to be able to continue the run. And now she has 50-ish seconds left of her freestyle time. Going for those crush cars, and man, those crush cars are like hitting a cement wall sometimes. Unfortunately, those things are tough. Not sure who made those or how it even works, but those things are tough. Some nice cyclones now as she's coming down to the last 30 seconds of her run. So far, a pretty good run, and looks like she's going for the backflip now. And almost getting a double out of it. Giving it a little too much momentum. And that's going to be it for Nova Strider and Crush Station. So almost getting the double. Throttled it a ton into that backflip, and again, almost getting that double backflip, and very impressive for this first run to lead us off here. As we're waiting for the judges, we're looking at the replay of her run. Just wondering what this score is going to be. Some nice cyclones here. And then, of course, the almost double backflip after hitting that container pretty fast. And a 7.164 for Crush Station. So that is that's the score to beat. As of now, here comes Arcanine 59 and Dragon now. Didn't have the best luck during the best trick competition, so let's see what's going to happen here in Freestyle. I'm sure they'd love to make a comeback here and get some more points as they're moving down to third place, and there's a pretty big gap between them and Matt Johnson and Max D. I believe a 14-point gap, if I'm not mistaken, so definitely a lot of ground to cover. And again, Matt Johnson and Max D showing that he is a force to be reckoned with in this tour so far early on, similar to that of Black Pearl in stop one. Or excuse me, in stop one of Tour Blue, just coming out and asserting your dominance, if you will, and making your presence known. But Dragon so far, a pretty good run, nice backflip. Didn't get the full rotation, but still got a nice little wheelie out of it. And so far, so good. Better and a lot longer than the best trick attempt, fortunately for him. So coming down, first minute is in the books. He's down to his final 60 seconds of his run. And kind of, I guess, trying to figure out what's going on and where to go on the track there. Kind of just circled around the pod, I guess, unsure of what to hit next. Again, this track isn't the best. There's not much room for, or I guess there's plenty of room, but not many obstacles. I mean, it's just that giant center pond in the middle and a few random jumps around. So, you know, creativity is something that's going to come in handy here. And coming down to the last 30 seconds, looks like he's going to go for the other backflip container. and get an awkward flip out of it, but still a flip nonetheless, and he's going to be able to land and continue the run. Now he's stuck. No, he's going to be able to continue. And kissing the wall a bit, getting up on the back two tires, a little short wheelie out of it, nice sky wheelie, hitting that flame at the peak of the jump, and coming down to the last few seconds, looks like he's just going to end it with some donuts here. A nice conservative ending for Dragon, and that's going to be it for Arcanine 59. As we take a look at a replay of his run, some good highlights, a great run nonetheless, and filled the clock, so that's always good. Left maybe a couple seconds, if that. But this awkward flip here almost gave him some trouble as he got stuck on that container, but was able to back out and continue the run. So really a great run. Kind of wondering what the judges are going to think, and we will have a new leader with a 7.771. So Dragon is now the score to beat. Here comes the Camera 9785 and Zombie, starting off with some huge air. Getting those arms up, comboing it into a stoppie. And a short moonwalk into that obstacle. Didn't want to gas it too much. Could have ended or resulted in a short run. Seeing what he has in store for us today. Best trick, unfortunately, didn't come out too high, but he can hopefully make up for it here in Freestyle, and kind of stuck in a pickle here. Going into a donut that almost led him to the exit of the stadium, but he's going to turn around and continue and hit that huge pod, and look at the huge air up and over the pod. So great comeback for Zombie, getting that wow factor back in after losing a bit of momentum. And a short bicycle clipping the container, that kind of saved him a bit. Coming down to his last minute of Freestyle. Kind of just pondering again, like Dragon, kind of thinking of what your next move is going to be here, because again, you're kind of just, you're a little limited with just one giant obstacle in the middle. There's only so many places you can go. Going for a backflip, almost somewhat of a corkscrew. But he was able to land it and has 35 seconds left of time. A bicycle into that pod too. Huge air to follow, and he's stuck in some sidewalls now, and unfortunately, looks like he's going to land on his lid. No, he's going to save the truck and continue his run. So Zombie may be able to fill the clock here. Last 10 seconds of his run. And looks like he's going to end it there. So just a few seconds to spare. But still a great run nonetheless. Now, is it going to be enough to take the lead right here? Those donuts almost could have ended his run. He got into near and out of bounds area. But was able to save it after some huge air, kind of get that momentum back and that wow factor back into the run. And right here, thought the run was going to be over there, but no, he was able to save it beautifully and continue the run. And we do have a new leader with Zombie at 8.225. So that is now the score to beat as Pirate's Curse and Flames Plays comes out. And some trouble early on. Could we have an early ending run? He's going to throttle it in reverse and save it. So smart driving for Flames Plays in Pirate's Curse. That could have very well resulted in the end of a run, or his run, really just an early termination and no score. But he capitalized on it, made the most of it, was smart and gassed it in reverse and saved it. So huge kudos to him for that. Again, smart driving as he continues the run. Again, Zombie now is your new leader, and he is the one to beat. So he's going to come out. He's going to have to come out. He started off in a big way right now. If he can just carry that momentum and get some more wow factors in, we could have a new leader. He's lining up for the center jump here. That's kind of like a backflip ramp. Some trouble. He's able to save it. Going to get another little flip out of it. And back on all fours. So consecutive backflips for Pirate's Curse and Flames Plays. Now a bicycle. Those crush cars might be trouble. Yes, again, it's like hitting a concrete barrier there, man. Those crush cars are something else, but fortunately, it is not going to affect his run in the least, and he's going to be able to continue no problem. 30-ish seconds left, 35 seconds left in his time. So a nice big wow factor here could definitely help his run. That turn pod, though, the one that saved him earlier, giving him some trouble now. And it could result, no, it's not going to result to the end of his run. those barriers there that keep him in the bounds area saved him, and he went for a backflip right after that. Nicely done. 15 seconds left, so one big move here could really be the difference maker on being the new leader or not, I believe. And right there, a few seconds left on the clock, he's going to enter there, but this beautiful save here, just gassing it in reverse, just incredible driving by Flames Plays and Pirates Curse. So judges are getting everything ready right here. He had those consecutive flips there, which again, another wow factor. So plenty of wow factors. It's just a matter of what the judges think, if this is enough to take the lead away from Zombie. And we will not see a new leader. He will receive a 7.304. Here comes Daniel Murray in Northern Nightmare now. Gonna start off his run with a nose wheelie. So Daniel getting third, if I'm not mistaken, in best tricks. I'm sure he'd love to come out with a freestyle win, and now some trouble early on as he gets stuck in possible sidewalls and back on all fours. So just like that, the Northern Nightmare body is destroyed, and he's going to continue the run, though. Fortunately for him, it doesn't matter what that body looks like as long as that truck is still running, and he can continue the run. So a great way to start his freestyle run, getting the attention of everybody. But right now, it's just kind of a little chaotic, if you will. But he looks like he's gained control again, and we can continue this run normally. Going for a backflip, huge flip, great control in the air. Daniel Murray, again, no stranger to the series at all, and he's come close to championships before. Just if you ever wonder what happened, just be sure to ask him yourself. Just ask him what happened in San Diego, and I'm sure he'll be happy to tell you. Going for the reverse flip, unfortunately not able to line it up and kind of stuck there, almost ending the run, but able to save it. So great driving by Daniel Murray. Going for a huge sky wheelie, almost giving it too much. He's going to land on the crush car, bounce off of it, and save the truck. And just like that, again, man, those crush cars are something else. They're not normal. They are not normal. He was able to bounce off of that like a bouncy ball on the sidewalk. And just very odd, but again, a great run for Northern Nightmare. You don't want to take away too much from what's going on the screen right now. Nice bicycle. Can he combo it? And he is going to combo it into a moonwalk. So honestly, this has been a pretty good run. The beginning was a little chaotic, but he was able to control it after that. Has had some great moves, great saves, and overall a great run. I'm really interested to see what the judges are going to think, and we're going to fill the time right here. Almost getting a backflip there off the side of the container, and unfortunately landing on his lid. But right here, as we take a look at his replays, some of his key moments of his run as we wait for the judges to score. Could have ended early, but was able to save it right there. Beautiful save during all that chaos in the first 30 seconds of the run. Beautiful backflip here. Great showcase of air control. And sidewall again, beautiful sidewall. Another backflip towards the end that he didn't quite land, but still. And look at that, a new leader at 8.309. So Daniel Murray taking the lead away from Zombie. And the camera 9785, here comes Gravedigger, and kind of fluffy now. As we have, what, 4 or 5 more trucks to go, including Gravedigger, and some trouble. And an awkward, I don't even know what to call that, but he's able to continue the run, no problem. Almost like a funky cartwheel, if you will. An awkward angled backflip now. So again, kind of all over the place, but he's on all fours. He's able to continue the run, and that's really what matters here. Nice slap wheelie. So again, a chaotic first 30 seconds, just like Northern Nightmare. Now let's see if we can get that control back and put down a really good run. So a backflip, beautifully done. Not at a weird angle like the other one. And some trouble somersaulting after that jump. He's going to hit that rear steer and get it into some sidewalls now. Trying to save the truck, and he will. So could have almost ended the run there, but he's able to continue with a minute left now. Some nice two-wheel skills here. Popping it up into kind of stuck in the wall there. Not sure if there'll be some kind of penalty or not for that, for using that wall to his advantage. I mean, I don't know. Other trucks have used it in their runs. Maybe that's affected their runs, but look at this. A horrible crash for Gravedigger. That barrier there helping him out like it did. I forget who it was. Was it Flames Plays that benefited from that too? So again, I'm not sure if there's being if any deductions, I guess, are being placed for that kind of stuff, or hitting the walls or any of that, could be something that's being put into I guess into the thought of the scores for these judges. But so far there's been 2 key moments in this run that has really helped them. So coming down to the wire again, right there, boom, ending the run. As we take a look at a replay, and it's just a chaotic start. I don't even know what to call that part in the beginning, but a nice backflip. It was some great recovery, but then after that, some more chaos. Beautiful sidewall into a save. But then right here, this just absolute wreck. And able to follow it up with a wheelie, but again, using that wall protection to help him out. And a 7.702, so that may have played a part in his score. I'm not sure. So here comes now the next truck, MMJ Producer and Alien Invasion. Seeing what he has in store for us today. Had a pretty good best trick run. Starting off kind of conservative in his run. Maybe he can get something picked up after this. Again, the past couple runs have been pretty chaotic in the first 30 seconds. And so far it went well, but it's kind of a gamble you take going that crazy early on. So starting off a little conservative, shouldn't hurt anybody as long as he picks up the pace. Look at this, some huge air as I say that. So he may be picking up some of the momentum. Thought he was going for a backflip there. That crush car, I'm telling you, man, those crush cars are ridiculous. But some more big air over that center pod, and honestly, that center pod is the greatest, one of the greatest spots to get some big air. But again, you're just so limited in this track, and I think that's what's kind of, everyone's creativity has to come out here and do something different from the last. So, it's a little difficult, or it can be. But coming down to the last 45 seconds of his run, and kind of a flat spin, if you will. Not even sure what to call that. Getting a nice wheelie, though. But coming down to the last roughly 30 seconds of his run, let's see if we can get a nice wow factor in. Nice backflip, able to save it. Almost didn't have enough rotation, but had enough traction in that front tire to get it back over. He clips something there that's sending him on his side, but can he save it? He is going to save it. Those obstacles getting in the way, though. He's taking advantage and able to land it on all fours, and now he's going to go to some cyclones. So he may have enough time for one more hit. That hit will be the last one. That'll be judged or counted towards his score. And that's going to be the end of MMJ Producer and Alien Invasion's run. So huge air on that center jump there, that center pod. And again, judges are getting their scores ready, looking at some highlights. Great backflip here. Almost could have ended the run, but able to get enough traction to get him back on all fours, and then this wild run towards the end of his run right before the cyclone. So is it going to be enough to take the lead away from Northern Nightmare? And it will not. A 7.661 for MMJ Producer and Alien Invasion. Here comes Toucan Plays now. And I may have counted wrong. There's 4 or 5 more now. I said 5 more earlier, like 2 trucks ago. There should be 5 trucks now, including Avenger. So Avenger and Toucan Plays starting off pretty big now with a backflip early on, taking a huge risk, and it paid off. Now he's going to get it up into a nose wheelie. And some beautiful cyclones. So first 30 seconds are in the books. Let's see what else he can follow with. Huge sky wheelie. And a nice nose wheelie. Could be some trouble. Hitting the crush cars, bouncing off of them again. These things are concrete barriers. And capitalizing on that and getting a wheelie out of it. Again, Toucan Plays a newcomer to the league, to the channel, if you will. So happy to have him here. Thank you again for being a part of this competition. And 50 seconds left in your run now, in his run, if you will. Some of that body's starting to come off now. Just like it was earlier for Best Trick. Huge air running into the barrier there, but not a problem. He's going to back it up and continue going over those concrete barrier crush cars. So final 30 seconds, another huge sky wheelie there, awkward bounce, but able to continue no problem. Gonna go for some more cyclones now. Huge air. And an awkward bounce that could cause the end of the run. No, he's gonna continue with 10 seconds left. Nice wheelie after the fact, clipping the back end of the truck, and this could be the end. No, yes, unfortunately for Toucan Plays, that's where he's gonna land the truck, but he was able to fill the clock. And that's always a plus in this competition, making sure you take advantage of the full 2 minutes. And again, looking at his highlights as we wait for the final scores from the judges. And could we have a new leader? I don't know, it's possible. We could. We're gonna find out here in a few seconds. Scores are coming in, and we have it in the books, and we do have a new leader in 8.327 for Toucan Plays and Avengers. So he is now your new leader with 4 more trucks to go as Omboji and Jurassic Attack come out to the track now. Gonna start off with some huge air with that center pod. So 8.327 now is the score to beat. Can Jurassic Attack and Omboji do it? He had an incredible best trick attempt. So let's see if he can turn that into a great freestyle run and hopefully a freestyle win. Looking forward to see who the first freestyle winner of this season is going to be. Handling those crush cars, no problem. I'm gonna keep saying it, I'm a broken record, man. These crush cars are something else. I don't know why, but a beautiful backflip for Jurassic Attack. Going for another one. I don't think he meant to, though. I think he was just stuck in the throttle, but able to save it and continue the run. No problem. So far, pretty conservative run for Jurassic Attack. That backflip was a pretty good wow factor here. A minute left, though, so he could really use a pickup in pace. And some more wow factors. Looks like he's going for the back end of that jump and get some huge air. Thought he'd get a sky wheelie out of it, but no, just some huge air for Jurassic Attack. Hitting that wall there, unfortunately, and losing a horn. Looks like he's going to go for another backflip on the other side of the container. No! Just straight up rejected, bouncing off of the container. So 30 seconds left. Wondering what else he has in store. He really just needs that, maybe a couple more wow factors, just something huge, be it a crash, be it a huge flip, be it a front flip, something to kind of stand out a little more and give this run some more finesse, if you will. Coming down to the last 10 seconds of his run. And I don't know what, he might have enough time for one more hit. Nope, he's just going to go for the donuts here. Cyclones. And just like that, he ends his run. So looking at the replays now, as we wait for the judges' scores. Is it going to be enough to take the lead away from Avenger? We're going to have to wait and see. It was a good run, pretty conservative. Not too many wow factors, though. Not too many things to really stand out, compared to the other runs of the past, or really more so Avengers run, since that's the one to beat. And there you go, a 7.573 for Omboji and Jurassic Attack. Here comes the other prehistoric truck we have in the tour. Third to last, 2 more after him. So, Ant 99, a great skills attempt, almost got a skills win, or excuse me, best trick attempt, and almost got a best trick win. So let's see if they can follow up with a great freestyle run to take the lead away from Avenger. Huge sky wheelie, and landing it perfectly on the rear end to continue a nice wheelie afterwards. At 99, showing some pretty good promise when it comes to these kinds of events. I mean, again, best trick. This is the first stop. I say that now, but still, this you're making your name known. You're stating a presence here, and I guess in one way asserting your dominance, if you will, on the track. In some trouble though, as one of those crush cars send him over. He's stuck in sidewalls now. Can he save it? And he will save it. So definitely could have costed him the run there, kind of clipped that crush car as he was going for a turn, and luckily able to save it, get some huge air afterwards, stuffing it into that top jump there and continuing the run, comboing with a nice wheelie. and returning once again to those crush cars, man. Those things are horrible. But again, I mean, so far, just showcasing his skill in terms of both best trick and freestyle, just giving it all he's got. And look at that beautiful backflip to follow up everything. So coming down to close to his final 30 seconds. And it's been a great run so far. Can he get a couple more wow moments, or at least one more big wow moment before the time expires? And if so, that he could be a contender for taking the lead here. 15 seconds left. At this point, just hit one big move. Huge jump over the center pod. And that's about where he's going to end it. Yep, there it is, ending the run now. So let's take a look at his replays. A few of his replays as we wait for the scores. And again, great run, really great run, great momentum, huge air, big saves, some big moves, but is it enough to take the lead away from Avenger? Toucan Plays is sitting in a great spot now, as if Velociraptor doesn't take the lead. There's two more trucks that can. 8.191, so Avenger and Toucan Plays that much closer to getting a freestyle win, the first one of the season, but he has to go through Blue Thunder and Maximum Destruction. Riley Strider here coming out in Blue Thunder with some huge speed, and look at this! A double backflip, landing it perfectly. So taking a huge gamble at the beginning of his run, and I wasn't sure how well that was going to turn out with so much speed going to that container. But he was able to land it perfectly. And right here followed up with a beautiful nose wheelie into a moonwalk. So Riley Strider coming out, man. He's showing off so far. Great start to a run. Again, a huge gamble, but it paid off. Now let's see what the rest of the run can have. Some donuts into a beautiful wheelie here. Looks like he's going back for another backflip, and he's going to get the backflip. Huge backflip. It was pretty high, actually. And he's going to continue the run. So great wow moments so far. Just taking a lot of gambles, and they're all paying off perfectly. So a beautiful wheelie after that. He has a minute left now. Another sky wheelie. And if he can keep this momentum going, I mean, we could have a new leader. If I'm Toucan Plays an Avenger, I'm kind of shaking in my boots a bit, because this guy is coming out swinging and balancing it on the back tires and getting a perfect front flip out of it. So this guy is trying to check all the boxes. Again, some huge air. Look how high this guy is, the altitude that he's getting here in Alaska. So coming down to the last 20 seconds, and we can definitely have a new leader at the end of this. Let's see how he's going to end the run, with what his final hit's going to be. And it looks like he's going to end it there. So 8 seconds left to spare on the clock. He just decided to cut it. But right here, as we take a look at a replay, starting it off with a huge double backflip, comboing it right after with a nose wheelie into a moonwalk, some donuts or some cyclones that led into a wheelie, getting another huge backflip after the fact. Huge sky wheelie here. Then he's landed it on the back tires, balanced it perfectly, and got a front flip. I mean, he checked all the boxes. And it's time to see what the score is going to be. Or do we have a new leader? And we do! A 9.123 for Riley Strider in Blue Thunder. Matt Johnson and Max D now coming out. Excuse me, Maximum Destruction coming out now, starting off with some cyclones to begin his run. And he has an opportunity here to go 4 for 4 and have a perfect event, a perfect competition. And Black Pearl was on that track in stop 1, but it was cut short after racing. And look at this, a beautiful front flip. I don't even know if that was intentional or not. That was incredible by Matt Johnson and Maximum Destruction. So he wants to go for that perfect event. And remember, the event champion gets 5 bonus points. And right now, with the lead that Matt Johnson has, if he can come out with a freestyle win on top of the 48 points for today's competition, he's going to get another 5 for a total of 53. So he has an opportunity here to do that. But Riley Strider and Blue Thunder is in his way of achieving that. So can he do it? So far, it's been a great run, getting the attention of everybody. But can he continue that momentum and get some more wow factors, or at least more so than Blue Thunder and Riley Strider? See what he has in store, kind of going around the track, figuring out what his next move is going to be. Some nice air. Did he may have clipped the wall a bit, I'm not sure. That camera angle isn't the best, but down to his last just over 20 seconds left. Some huge air. Look at the altitude on this guy, man. Last 15 seconds, he's going to end it with some cyclones, it seems like. Now he's stopping, and he's going to go for some reverse donuts now. Getting them as best as he can. He's going to switch back to the regular donuts, and that's how he's going to end his run. So the question is, do we have our first perfect event? Or will Blue Thunder take that away from Maximum Destruction and be the freestyle winner, the first one of the season? Again, that beautiful front flip there on the center pod. I don't know if it was intentional or not, but it was great. And the scores are just about finalized. Here we go. Who's going to be our winner? 8.220 for Matt Johnson, so not near enough for the lead. Blue Thunder and Riley Strider is your freestyle winner here in Alaska in the first stop of Tour Violet, taking those 12 crucial points away from Max D. Matt Johnson looking like he's in fifth in terms of freestyle. Avenger in second, Northern Nightmare in third, Zombie in fourth, and then Max D in fifth. So this is the bottom end of the freestyle bracket, and it was a great competition overall. And I'm excited to see what the leaderboards are going to look like now. But first, we have to crown our event champion. And it's no secret, getting 12 points in qualifying, 12 points in racing, 12 points in best trick, and 8 in freestyle with a total of 44 points. Matt Johnson and Maximum Destruction is your overall event champion here for stop 1 of Tour Violet in Alaska. This is the leaderboards for that. As you can see, Northern Nightmare trailing behind by 3 points of getting that competition win. So, again, going to Maximum Destruction and Matt Johnson, a great showcase of skill here. And let's go ahead and take a look at the leaderboards with those 5 bonus points for being the event champion. He is now in the lead with 49, Northern Nightmare in second with 41, and Avenger in third with 32. The next stop for Tour Violet will be in Colorado, so be sure to tune in for that. But before then, we got our next stop of Tour Blue, so be sure to check that out. Hit that subscribe button for more. Hit that like button if you like what you see, and we'll see you at the next stop of Tour Blue.